Kids are getting ready to step foot on the bus, but how safe are they? Plus, new additions to the buses to keep you as a driver accountable. I'll have all the details next. Cleanup is underway here on Oak Avenue after a water main break earlier this morning. We're going to give you a chance to meet these ponies and the Specialty Act next. Heading into day 2 of the Democratic National Convention, the party establishment hoping to unite the party behind Hillary Clinton. Bernie Sanders speaking at the convention last night, but some supporters not ready to get behind his new message. And we're continuing to bring you updates on that major fire burning just 4 miles west of Spearfish. Latest numbers say the Crow Peak fire is now 50% contained. Now we're continuing to follow the deadly Rapid City shooting. A shootout in North Rapid last night leaves 1 man dead and another fighting for his life. Was Trump's children taking the stage to address the RNC, where the theme was Make America Work Again, but quickly turned to bashing Hillary Clinton. And the big 75th anniversary of the Sturgis motorcycle rally is long over. Many are expecting lower numbers this year, but that doesn't mean an easier year for emergency responders. We're talking all about the Cruiser Car Show and what you can expect to see this weekend next. There's a lot of history in the steps we're running right now that I'm trying not to fall on. We'll have all the details for you next. As you can see, the turtles here are so much taller than I am, and they look exactly like the turtles you see on TV. And the process to make them is absolutely incredible. Take a look. A mile in her shoes tonight. We'll have all the details next. Preschool, a time for naps, snacks, and community service? That's right, 8 3-year-olds in Deadwood spend their time giving back.
Kids make cards, they decorate the pots, they've grown all the flowers basically for the pot.
The toddlers spend their morning creating with their teacher, Betty Jo Huff, and then hit the road to give their projects away.
Really enjoyed, being able to give within the community, being able to see the joy on their heart, on their faces. It was a great opportunity to be able to sow into our community.
Remember what these plants were called?
And Robin Carmody, Director of Education, says doing is the best way to teach.
It's called a spider plant.
Yes. Coming out of the egocentric developmental stage from toddlers into preschool and having them do this project, participating in something for the community, is a wonderful thing.
Giving while gaining knowledge and confidence.
That's excellent. This project has brought in so many different components. We can talk about everything from colors to the life cycle of plants to the different kind of plants that are out there.
The cards and plants you see here are almost ready to be taken to their new home. The students will deliver them and visit with their recipient this week before starting on their next artistic journey. In Deadwood, Kayla Courvell, Good Morning Coda Territory.
An effective predator than mammals because they have the ability to wait. They're not just going to starve to death by not eating today.
The Nebraska toddler's death in Orlando this week is shocking. And even Reptile Gardens curator Terry Phillips says in this case, no one's to blame. The situation surrounding the boy's death comes down to the Floridian environment and the wildlife that comes with it.
They're going to sit tight, wait at the water's edge like you see some of these guys doing. They'll sit there with just their eyes and their nostrils and their ears above the surface of the water, and they're just watching and listening. So when food comes down to the edge of the water, the alligator or crocodile will quietly sink down, they'll sneak over, and then they have what we call explosive energy, and they just explode out of the water and grab onto whatever animal they're trying to get, bring it back into the water as quickly and as violently as possible, and they typically will bring it as deep down as they can get and drown it.
These predators are the top of the food chain, and in the wild, even at the Seven Seas Lagoon at the Grand Floridian Hotel, the alligator is king, and a 2-year-old boy didn't stand a chance.
But a 4 to 5 foot alligator is perfectly capable for taking a human of that size.
Across the United States, wildlife is a major part of our daily surroundings, from alligators in Florida to buffalo in Yellowstone and Custer State Park. While the animals are very different, one thing they do have in common, the wild is their territory, and attacks can happen. And with more tourists and more wildlife areas, the combination can be deadly.
The animals quickly learn to associate humans with food. which is going to then lead to them thinking of people as a food item. So you don't want to just anything. You want to avoid drawing them towards people